Hey y'all, Plastic Commander here, and today's a real special day. You want to know why? Well, do you? Do you want to know why? Answer me. I'm talking to you. Tell me, do you want to know why? Okay. Today's a real special day because I finally got in my shipment of 10,000 barrels of crude oil. Yeah, I didn't really think of the logistics of storing it, but that doesn't matter because I can finally live out my lifelong dream of selling it for $7 a gallon in the state of California from the comfort of my own home here in Texas. You hear that? Oh no. So I want you, the viewer, to study this box art, right? So this is a Mars set. We got Mars right there, Delta Force. And this is supposed to give us an idea of what we got. Like we got the Black Hawk Down guy with the camoed M14. They're all wearing the Iraqi freedom, invasion of Afghanistan, early 2000s camo. You got this guy looking real cool that kind of looks like Andrew Tate if he was actually a real man. And of course on the back, sneak peek, we have our figures. So, looking at these initially, these don't look too bad, especially painted. In fact, even online when I was looking at them, they don't look that terrible. But what we're about to see, and what I'm about to do now, is I think I'm going to give the first ever legitimately negative review of a set. No! So, in fact, I just noticed the words Airborne are like vaguely printed on the back there, and the Airborne logo. Delta Force, I guess. I don't know if Delta Force is the Airborne Force, but anyway, here we have the Delta Force, and we already had one die before the review even started. Army Men by Mars. So, I got these because I've been on a Modern Forces kick lately, and I really wanted something to go with my modern figures, like you just saw from Arby's and Plastic. I really love those figures. I just reviewed them about a month ago, and those figures are really, really nice quality. And these really aren't. So I know I'll put on like a set of figures from one place or another. That's maybe a cheapo set. This is probably my favorite figure out of this whole set, and already, when we're talking about quality, we see a lot of flashing issues. So flashing is what you refer to as the plastic surrounding the figure that didn't get cut off. So like normally with a decently made figure, you wouldn't have that. This is like the leftover plastic from the mold. And we got some of that, especially on this guy. I think this guy's the worst, most extreme example. But I actually like this guy right here. So this is actually one of my favorite figures. So really, this is probably my least favorite Mars set that I've bought, which is a real shame because I was really looking forward to these figures, especially, and I'm going to make a lot of comparisons to the Vietnam American figures they did. So we got this guy right here with M4. The M4 looks exceptionally tiny, if you ask me. I could just be looking at that wrong, but I have a Mars Vietnam guide. I'm going to compare his M14 to this M4, so I guess you could just imagine the stock is just like pulled back, but when we compare that to other rifles, really doesn't look too great. So we got this guy, looks like he's rubbing his stomach, probably just took a real hard poop, which He probably did, because most of these guys are fat. I'm just gonna say it.
You're fat!
Apparently, in Eastern Europe, they think all Americans are fat. Like, I'm gonna bring out this guy, who's like the officer. Look at this guy. Look at him. He looks like he went to the Capitol riot, alright? Like, it's ridiculous. Look how big he is. He looks like he's about to hold up the McDonald's for all of the Big Macs. That's why he has his pistol out. Like, and look at his face. He has a fat face. He looks like a chubbier Al Capone. You come to me on the day of Iraqi freedom to ask of me to rob the McDonald's for Big Macs. Like, look at him. Like, just extra large. This is what Steven Seagal looked like in his last movie. So, that's probably what they were going for. They probably, before they made this set, saw a bunch of Steven Seagal movies and were like, yep, that's what they all look like. Like, look at this guy. This guy looks like a midget space marine. Like, look how broad he is, but really he's just fat. Or, I guess, big bone, maybe, but these are just the chubbiest dudes. And this guy, another M4 right there, he has a cigar in his mouth, and a much better example, here's another Vietnam guy. So I'm going to compare these two. I guess the scale isn't too off. This guy is an M16, one of the Commando versions. This guy's an M4. So I guess comparing those two rifles, it's not crazy small, but still a little tinier than what you would think. Then we got this guy right here. Again, these are all just fat. Another quality control issue I noticed is that this guy right here, and this is what they consider the officer figure, I'm pretty sure, so we only get one of these. His like face got real messed up when the mold machine like ejected him. It runs down his arm. And also down here, I'm guessing he's supposed to have a bayonet fixed to his rifle, but it looks like just extra plastic. I'm probably gonna cut that off just because it really doesn't look that good. It really looks like nothing. It just looks like the plastic was just dripping. So, and we have a second guy who's aiming up, which normally, two guys aiming up, it's kind of a lot for a set, especially one this small, because we got this guy over here as well. But I'll excuse it because I know a lot of that combat in Iraq and Afghanistan was very urban. So they were probably looking up at buildings while they're walking the streets of like the cities and stuff, and the towns. So, and the last guy, this guy right here, which he looks decent. Although another quality control is his base is bit. So the bases are also not super great. On this guy right here, his is kind of small and he falls over real easy. Yeah, like, I'm gonna focus in real quick, just. And now he decides to stand, but still, like, if I set him down, there. Took a couple tries, but still, it's like 1 out of 3 times you set him down, he's gonna fall over. I don't know if it's the momentum or what. He kind of weighs heavier on this side right here. So the quality control on these, especially for a set that retails for about $30, isn't super great. So let's talk about functionality. So as far as like functionality goes, and when I talk about functionality, like I said in the AIP Modern Forces episode, we're looking at how many different figures we got. So pretty much all of these guys are sporting just the plain Jane M14, except for, the plain Jane M4. I'm sorry.
Dude, pull yourself together.
This guy right here has an M14. That's kind of the only deviation we get. And again, they're all just so chunky. And we also got some leftover plastic right there, although that usually happens for a lot of sets. I know this isn't the quality section, but also this guy right here has like a tumor on his foot. So you probably should get that checked out. Go to the Armyman doctor. So, not a lot of functionality. Like, we got a lot of doubles. Like, we got 2 guys who look like they're running. Like, in a set of only 8 different figures, we really don't need 2 of those guys. We need, like, you know, a machine gunner, maybe a guy with like a light machine gun, or maybe a guy with a sniper rifle. A sniper would have been really cool with like a 50 cal or something. Could you imagine this set had like a sniper team in it? But the closest we get again is the M4 or the M14. I'm getting them mixed up now. Black Hawk Down guy. And also, we get a guy with the Colt. We get the kind of officer dude with the pistol. So just not a whole lot of variety in our figures here. Again, we have two guys aiming up, which I said I'd kind of excuse that, but it's still kind of too much. Like, they very easily could have just made him aiming straight ahead. And we got this guy right here, and I don't even know what this guy's doing. Like, he's holding his stomach like he has to poop real bad. I know I already made that joke, but he does. That's what it looks like, I guess. Maybe he's supposed to have been shot, but he's so freaking fat. You would think the blubber would have just stopped the bullet right in its tracks. Like, you'd think it would just hit him and he'd just keep on going. So, and I'm sure someone in the comments is going to just be like, well, Clay, it's probably the armor they're wearing. Well, it really doesn't look like they're that armored up. It looks like they're wearing the WMDs or the MOD suits that they wore during Iraqi freedom. But yeah, other than that, we really don't got a whole lot of variety or functionality here. Let's see, we got... How many of these guys are aiming straight ahead? The pistol guy and this guy, and that's it. We got two guys aiming up, and then the rest of them are just really no-nothing poses. Like, I guess this one right here is kind of cool, and it's nice to have a guy marching, of course, but two guys marching, that's just too much. They really could have done with, like, a sniper team in this. Maybe a guy with an explosive weapon, like a grenade launcher. Like, for example, in the Vietnam set, we got a grenade launcher. That was real cool with a thumper. But yeah, this set could have really done with that. Moving on to the value, and this is going to be real quick. I really don't think they're worth the price that they are. Like other Mars sets, they are $30. They retail for $30, including shipping. Depends on where you get it from. I bought this particular set from Nick Sean's Closet, which they're one of my favorite sellers. I buy it from them through eBay as well as their website. Although I did notice, if you're like in a dirt pile, you can kind of lay this guy down like this, like he's laying back, like a war zone position kind of. That's the only other functional use I can think of him. But off topic, I don't think it's worth 30 bucks. I think for that price, you should just look at other Mars sets, like the Vietnam guys. And I got a handful of them here because I knew I would talk about them. The Vietnam guys, these are really good quality. The detailing is way better. Like, look at this guy, look at his face, and compare him to this dude. Just really, this one kind of looks real blown out, honestly. And the detailing isn't like that. And the detailing isn't like that far apart for these guys. But still, this one, the Vietnam guys are just way better. And especially the German Night Hunters that I talked about. Those guys were beautiful. Those were some of the most beautiful Mars figures I have gotten. Like, those were probably made more recently. And they just, like, honed their skills, like, way better. I'm assuming these figures were designed and published way later from Mars as a company. But yeah, just way, way better. And we got some flashing here, but not nearly as bad as this guy here. Like, we do a comparison. Like, the whole edge of the rifle all the way to the scope. Just, we got excess plastic that should have been cut off. Especially for figures that retail, again, for $30. And I'm scrutinizing this set a little harder because this is considered like a high dollar model kit. This is supposed to be up there with Toy Soldiers of San Diego, with Conte, with, Airfix, and even Airfix figures. And we all know they're super high quality, and they're not that expensive as well. In fact, you get more of them, I believe, are the same amount. I think you actually get the same amount. Yes, you do. You get 15 in an Airfix set, as you do for here. So for like 2/3 of the price, you could buy a really decent quality vintage classics Airfix set. So Honestly, I would only pick these up if you really wanted them to go with like your modern infantry. Like they pair pretty well with Sunny Days Entertainment. They pair kind of well with the Armies in Plastic modern soldiers. Except we got some sizing issues. I'm leaning over to grab one. Like, look at this guy and look at that guy. Tell me that's 132 scale. It's really not. This guy in particular is like real short, and if I put him up against someone else, okay, that looks a lot better. The head is kind of small in comparison to the Armies in Plastic guy, and I was really hoping these would be bigger, but they really just aren't. And the only reason this guy's as tall as this one right here is because this guy's like crouched a little bit. This guy's almost standing up straight, so this is probably the first time I'm going to say maybe skip out on this one, or at least save it for later. Like, look at other Mars sets. I'm not saying anything bad about the company Mars. I'm just saying this set that they made is a little bit of a dud, and I wouldn't recommend it. So anyway, there you go. Quality. We got functionality and value. Not a big fan of this one.
Hey, listen, pal, I don't care how much it's going to cost me, okay? Because I just got a Bank of America card with no spending limit, and I'm ready to just completely burn my bridge with that company. So you go ahead and you get your guys over here and start shipping this off over to California, or whatever that hole of a state is called. Okay. Okay, cool. Fine. Love you too, Mom. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video, and also make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe and comment even if you feel the need to. Also, make sure you go ahead and join our Discord. Our Discord is almost at 50 members, and if you want to come over there and chat with me, as well as a couple other YouTubers, such as Army Stop Motions and Sir Green Machine, please do yourself a favor, come on over, join, and start talking to us today. Also, make sure you join our subreddit, Plastic Toy Dudes. So, I post there, as well as a lot of other people who are not only subscribed to me, but also are on the Discord as well, post there. So if you want to post pictures of your own Army Men collections, please definitely go check it out, give it a follow. It's almost at 300 followers, which is bananas. So if we could hit that number here real soon, that would be awesome. But anyway, guys, I'm the Plastic Commander. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.
Mission accomplished. Well done, man. Pack it up. We're going home.